Hello, beautiful creatives. I am Linda Marcel, and this is my channel, Beginner's Mind, Art Mind. If you're new here, I would like to wish you a warm welcome. And if you're an old timer, then I'm so happy to have you back. This week, I'm going to do some expressive, intuitive, really playful exploring with some new watercolors that I was sent. And I fell in love with these watercolors. These were really richly pigmented, and they allowed me to do a really wide range of exploring and intuitive work with them. So I do some swatching out, and then I do a few different paintings where I explore scraping them, using saran wrap with them, using salt with them. I really put them through their paces. I see how well they remove, and I end up with some really fun pieces in the end. So I really hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you enjoy watching what you can actually do with expressive explorations in watercolor. It's not just a matter of putting down one layer and then it's over. There's so much that you can do with a good quality watercolor and on good quality paper. So sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and let's get playing with these really wonderful watercolors. Okay, so I have my swatch book ready. Let's open the box. Now, this is very, very thin cardboard. On the back, it has the colors, the name of the color, and I am imagining these are light fast stars. But I don't see pigment numbers. But let's see, maybe they're on the tube. So this box did come a little ripped because it's pretty thin cardboard. But let's see what's inside. There's 24 colors. Wow, it's in there tight. Wow. Ooh, I can't get it out. Goodness. Okay, that is in there snug as a bug. 9 ml, 0.3 US fluid ounces. Since 1919, it looks like. Or is it 1819? It's hard to read. Looks like 1819. Since 1819. Oh, good. And it does have the pigment number on the tubes under the light fast rating, PG 36. This is phthalo green. Okay, so why don't I get a chart made up on my swatch book, and we'll swatch some of these out. And then if there's time, I'd really like to play around with them and see how they move and flow. So let me get doing this chart, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, let's see what we got. Start with the white. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them, I guess it depends if they have binder issues, if I'm just going to put a dot on the page and then swatch it out, or if I'm going to put the paint onto here. So far, no binder issues on the white. Okay, at this point, I thought it might be better if I did a voiceover while I do the swatching. So the first color was white, PW6. The second one is lemon yellow, PY3. The third one is cad yellow, PY154 and PY83. Then cad orange, PY14, PO73. And then cad red, PR255, then alizarin crimson, PR206, permanent rose, PV19, PR122. I love that color. Let's see, crimson, PR149. They're laying down really nice. Next is purple red, PV19. Emerald green, PY3 and PG36. Sap green, PG7, PR101 and PY154. That one did have a little binder separation on it. Viridian PG7, Phthalo Green PG36, Brilliant Purple PV23, Prussian Blue PB27, Sky Blue PB15, Cobalt Blue PW6, PB15, and PB29, Ultramarine PB29, Yellow Ochre PY42. I feel like I'm at a bingo game, you know, when I'm calling out bingo numbers. Burnt Sienna PR101 and PY42. Burnt Umber PBR7 PY42. Raw Umber was PBR7 and PY42. And then Payne's Gray was PBK7 and PB29. And Ivory Black was PBK9. Okay, so these swatched out really nicely. I just wanted to show one thing. You guys saw how thickly I put these on in mass tone before I washed them out. Now, this is just cheap sketchbook paper. This isn't Arches or some, you know, really high quality watercolor paper. But on this paper, at least, there's no shine to any of these. They're completely flat. And if you've watched my channel long enough, you know I really don't care for the shine in mass tone. I do tend to be a bit heavy-handed at times with my watercolors. I love that these are completely flat. I've got my studio lights shining down on the paper, and there's daylight coming in the window. And these are not shining nowhere on here. And some of these blobs that I put on were very heavy. So that's encouraging. I like that. Beautiful colors. I love the color range. A lot of them are single pigments, so there's a lot of colors in here that would be great for color mixing. The Cad Yellow has 2, Cad Orange has 2, Permanent Rose has 2, Emerald Green, Sap Green has 3, Emerald Green has 2, and the rest of these are Cobalt Blue has 3. The rest of these are single pigment except for Burnt Umber is 2, Payne's Gray is 2. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, so far I'm pleased with them. I think they're gorgeous colors. I think they're really rich. I like the way they washed out. Really gorgeous, actually. So I'm going to play around with them a little bit. Okay, so I have some miscellaneous paper laying around. Some of this, I'm not even sure what brand of paper it is. This pack is some paper that Paul Rubens sent me. I'm just going to kind of see the different effects I get. I've got out a bunch of different tools. This is just something I keep on my desk with all kinds of stuff in it. So I've got all different kinds of scrapers, plastic scrapers, Bondo scrapers, cut up credit card pieces, some sponges, makeup sponge, regular sponges, toothpicks, and then fatter scrapers, plastic, all kinds of tools we can play with. Some plastic wrap. And I'm just going to see what it does. I've got a bunch of different brushes I can choose from. I've got some really big brushes. And these are brushes that I used to use with my silk painting. This kind of brush. So we could do some washes. I might want some bigger pieces of paper for that. And then all kinds of different watercolor brushes in here. All right, I think I'll set up my swatch book in front of me so I can kind of see the colors. And I think I'm going to start by wetting the paper. I wish I knew what this paper was. I'm just going to, I'm not even going to maybe wet the whole paper. Just splash some water on there. And then maybe what I'll do is just put some paint on right on the paper and see what we come up with. Oh, it's nice that I have my swatch sheet in front of me so I can kind of see. Ooh, I didn't mean to put that big a blob. Maybe I'll try this crimson somewhere, just a little bit. Ooh, it's moving nicely already in the water. And then greens. I guess I'll go ahead and take kind of a shocking green. I don't usually like to use shocking, like emerald greens, but since this is just play. And then I'm going to take a blue. Maybe I'll try Prussian blue. And maybe even some burnt umber. I don't think there's any water down here. All right, so first I'm going to try this really gentle spritzer that Angie gave me and see what that does to move things around. Maybe I'll get another piece of paper out too, so that when I have extra, I don't want to go out of the shot on you guys, but when I have extra, I can just sort of put it on this paper, which is dry, and then we can spray that. Pure experimentation here. Maybe I could even pour some of the excess water on there, although I do kind of want to keep this working. All right, let's see. I'm going to make a mess of my hands. I've already figured that out. The cadmiums, I forget if I mentioned in the swatching, but the cadmiums are hues, so they're non-toxic. Well, it's just fun watching it move, actually. All right, then we'll come back over here to this one. Just lay some of this down sort of abstractly. Ooh, I like some of the color mixes that are happening there. Wow. I tend to get so carried away when I'm doing this kind of work that I get out of my camera range. So I'll try really hard to stay. Just moving the pigment around. I don't think I'm going to get liftability on this paper because this feels like a very velvety paper. I'm starting to think that maybe this is the paper that I used to print my silk paintings on when I was making prints and selling prints. So I'm going to actually get a different piece of paper. And I do want to see how it reacts on regular watercolor paper. And spray into some of this up here. Whoa, look at that moving. Oh, that's so cool. I hope it's showing. I hope I'm not, when I tip it, I hope it's not getting out of the scene. Let's lift a little bit off this paper. Okay, and I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll see anything that I create during this play. I'll see if I want to come back to later and develop into anything, or if it's just going to be play. I do like this one. I feel like this could move more, though. It's actually hard to do this and try to focus on keeping it in the camera. Okay, I think I might leave that one there for now. I really like it. I like that there's some hard edges and some soft edges. I don't know. I like it. I really like it as an abstract. Okay, this one I'm definitely going to let dry because I like it where it is now, and then I want to see if I want to add more to it. This one, what I might do is remove some of this water, this excess water. I like that. Don't know if it's too dry at this point for salt, or should I put some salt on? Okay, I'm going to leave that on there and let this one dry. Okay, I got out some of these Paul Rubens sheets. I actually haven't tried this paper yet. I think this time I'm just going to splash some paper and not... what colors do I want to try? I think I'm going to try this sap green, some of the violet, brilliant purple, and a blue, maybe the cobalt blue this time. It's Prussian blue. That Prussian blue was gorgeous. Do I want to do the Prussian blue? Really is a gorgeous dark color, but I think just to change it up, I will use, oh, there's that sky blue too on there. This is what I'm looking at to try to make my color choices. I think I'll try the cobalt blue. Sorry, I banged my camera. I'm going to try the cobalt blue and some burnt sienna maybe, or yellow ochre. I'm going to try burnt sienna. I'm not really picturing, I think I'm having trouble choosing colors because I'm not planning what I'm doing with the colors, you know, like what my image is going to be. Okay, so what do we start with? Just put some blue down. Oh, look at it move. It does move nice. This Marie's. Wow. Totally making a mess with paint flying everywhere. Where's my cloth that I've been using? Just going to keep dropping some blue in there and see how it spiders out. Okay, so this brush is really fun to use. It's a Langen nickel, 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters. Love this brush, but I think just for the heck of it, I'm going to try something else. Maybe I'll try one of these silk painting brushes. These are actually Chinese calligraphy brushes. I always used them for silk painting, and just put those down. Put some pigment down with that. Now I'm thinking it might be fun to add some pink to one of these. So I think what I'm going to do is, on one or two of them, I'm going to try that permanent rose. That color looked gorgeous. Gorgeous, darling, gorgeous. Ooh. Ooh. Boy, it moves really nice. I have tested out watercolors that don't move as quickly, you know, and spread as quickly as this is doing. Okay, and in this one, I think I'm going to add green next. Do I want green in this one too? One of them I know I want to put some burnt sienna in. Ooh, granulation. Really nice granulation happening on this one. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Boy, I love burnt sienna in all of its many variations. All right, I'm going to try putting a big chunk of this there. My brush was too wet for what I was trying to do. Trying really hard to stay in the frame here. Let me put this one over here. Okay, I think I am going to sneak some green in there. In this one. What is that looking like? Ooh, I like it. I like it. Get some more of that purple in there. I don't want to lose that. And I do have some hard edges going on in here. Lots of soft edges. I think it feels really exciting. If you're not into abstracts, you might think I'm crazy. I love the color combination. Love the way the colors are working together. I feel like this one's too sharp. I need a corner that's not quite so sharp. There we go. There is some crazy granulation going on over here. I don't know if it's showing up, but it's so gorgeous. All right, let's try to get some scratches in here so that the paint will pool in. Kind of make tree shapes. This paper takes a lot of abuse. Okay, another thing I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get like, let's see, let me take this burnt umber on this one and get, you guys have seen me talk about my Cheap Joe's Scrogie's Loose Goose brush. Let's see if I get some of that on there. I don't feel like it's dark enough. I feel like I might want some, oh, Payne's Gray. I was going to put ultramarine blue in, but I've got Payne's Gray. Now, I'm wondering if this is too wet to do what I'm trying to do next, but I just want this brush because it has like no control. Can you guys see? Yeah. All right, let's just try to, this is a Meaden palette I bought years ago, and I really love it. I use this for all kinds of things, not just watercolor. Okay, and I'm going to look for, I'm going to try a darker green, this Viridian, but I want to mix it with something to knock it back. It's just too chromatic on its own. So maybe I'll throw in some of this brown. I think it needs some red. Put some of this in there. Try to muddy it up a little bit and okay. I'm going to leave that one there for now, except for one thing. I want to define some lines up here, some branches maybe. Okay, I'm going to let that one go and see what happens. Or do I want to put a really pale blue in there? No, for now I'm going to leave that light spot and see. Just splash some water on and see what happens. Okay, so that's my third one that I'm going to leave for now. What am I going to do to this one? I'm actually kind of liking this one really sparse the way it is. Okay, so I actually had to stop filming for a little bit because my mom has advanced Parkinson's and she was having a hard time, so she called and I had to talk with her for a little while. And Parkinson's dementia is a heartbreaking disease and it can be really scary. And so anyways, but yeah, prayers for my mom would be appreciated. I really feel bad when she gets scared and things are hard for her, but we do talk often on the phone and that's really beneficial and good for both of us. But okay, so this is my third one and I am thinking I'm going to leave this where it is. I really like how sparse this is. I like some of these sort of spidery marks in here. So for now, I'm going to leave that the way it is. This one, what I've been doing is I have two chisel blenders here. These are the Princeton Select chisel blenders, a number 6 and a number 2. And I'm just kind of going in and removing some of this really dark purple in areas around the tree branches so that the tree branches stand out more. And this watercolor is removing really well on this paper. It's amazing how well. I love that pop of really bright blue in there. That is so gorgeous. As a matter of fact, I might just add a little bit of that there too. Probably not really wanting to do this with a chisel blender, but that's what I had in my hand. I just really like that really bright blue coming through. It almost gives it like a feel like there's a little bit of sky peeking through here. And since this is sort of turning into a bit of an intuitive landscape, oh, love it. Very gorgeous. Okay, so then what I think I'm going to want to do is darken that tree branch. I'm just going to darken some of this so it stands out more. Okay. I might want a chisel blend in there a little bit more. Now that I'm sort of settling into one, I would like to eventually go back and do some more work on the first two. Oh, that's right, I have salt on here. I should knock the salt off. So I have these first two that I worked on too that I can go back and work into. This, I do believe, was the Photo Smooth Cotton. Still got some salt on it. That I use as my printer paper for my G-clay prints. So this didn't work that great with the watercolor, but it doesn't mean that I can't go in and work on this some more to bring out something in that one. This one I like. I can see either leaving this. There's some things I really like about this one. I love the way this green and burnt sienna scraped with that credit card, I think it was, that I was using. Love this Prussian blue. I mean, there's some elements in here that I really like. So for now, I'm going to leave this one where it is. And like I said, I'm going to leave that one where it is. This one I will go back into because I already see, I see an angel here with her wing. I see her hand reaching out and her gown coming down. So I could see turning this into an intuitive image painting for sure. There actually almost looks like there's another character here with his head, his arm, his elbow, and his hand coming down. This could be another arm here, and there's his legs coming out. So, and this could actually almost be another person here with their head and their shoulder coming out. So there's a lot of things in here. I love this purple angel though. That's just so clear to me. So I probably will go back and work into that some more. And this, this is just plain fun, this one. So I'm sure that I'm going to be doing some more playing with this one. But I think for now, I'm probably running long on this video. I may just sort of finish up doing some chisel blending here. Some really light blue in there to help it feel pushed back, almost like you're peering through really dark woods to an opening in the back there. That almost makes this feel like a green field. Just more bits of this sky popping through, and almost has a look of some distant trees coming through there. Just really allowing the shapes to speak to me about what I'm seeing. I'm really not trying to put things in, in a thoughtful way, like, oh, this tree needs more branches. Nothing like that. I'm just following what I'm already seeing there. And it's easy to get caught up in these little marks and do too much. So you have to kind of make yourself stop and kind of look back every so often and pay attention to when it's time to stop. I love this whole area here. Okay, and then I might chisel blend this area here a little bit. Again, to give that sort of blue sky feel back there. It's amazing how much paint it's allowing me to remove with this chisel blender. Okay. I think in this little area here, this little white area, I'm going to add some of that grass color. Continue this field. This thing that feels like a field up this way a little more, maybe. Remove a little bit more paint there. All right. Is that going to be it? Better to stop too early than too late, but I can always come back and add more. It's funny, I go silent when I'm really in the zone with a painting. It gets so quiet. All right, I think for now anyways, I'm going to leave it there. I keep going back and forth on lightening and darkening this area, but yeah, it just goes to show you with these watercolors, these intuitive watercolors that I do, where you can just sort of lay colors down and then find shapes and make a painting out of it without even really using your head at all. Just very intuitively. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, again, apologies for the squeaky chair. Here are my finished pieces or pieces that are in process. This was the first one on that weird paper. And I did do the salt technique, but I'm pretty sure this is sized for an inkjet printer, so it didn't really work on there. But there's still, I can still see doing something with that. And then this was the second one. Not even sure which way I would put it, but I think it definitely has potential. I kind of like it just the way it is, even. I think that's a lot of fun. Oh, now this time when I pick this up, I see a flower, like a bouquet coming up out of here with leaves and like purple irises or something. That would be fun to continue on as a bouquet in a vase. But then if you shift it around, I'm sure you can see other things. So much fun. These are so fun to do. And then this one, I'm definitely going to play with this one some more and bring out that angel. And then this landscape, this sort of mystical foresty landscape was really fun. I actually have a feeling I will work on this some more as long as this paper holds out with all the scrubbing. I have a feeling that I might do a little more to this to give it a more misty, sort of mystical feel. But I think it's fun. It just sort of makes you want to go back into this field or into this open area that's, you know, all this tangled brush and trees in the front. So, all right, so that's the Marie's Masters watercolors. And I love these. I really do honestly love these. I will be using these a lot for this type of work, this type of experimental work. Yeah, so Marie's Masters, there'll be a link in the video description below, and give them a try. They're really, oh, I forget if I said this, but I was not familiar with Marie's Masters paints. And so I did, when I'm totally unfamiliar with something, a lot of times I'll go and see what Lindsay has to say about them. Because I actually thought I had heard mixed things about them. But what I had a little bit of a notes that I wrote from what Lindsay said. She said that the Marie's Masters are like professional quality paints, really high quality, wonderful paints, but the Marie's are different. The Marie's are student quality. She personally does not like the Marie's. I have never tried them, but she said they are nothing like the Marie's Masters. So if you do purchase these, you want to be sure to get the one that says Marie's Masters, not just Marie's. And this is what the box looks like. It says Masters. Again, I'll have a link below, but it says Marie's here, but it's the Masters watercolors that you're seeing here, not the just plain Marie's student grade watercolors. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, play with your watercolors, whatever watercolors you have. Get them out and play with some of these sort of abstract, expressionist, intuitive works, and see what you come up with. You can just keep pushing. Good watercolor, you can really push. You can remove. Good watercolor on good watercolor paper. You can add and remove, and there's really a lot of play that you can do. It's not just a one-shot deal, especially if you start light and build your darks on top. If you start light, you have a lot of playroom with your layers as you keep adding layers to it. So, and you know, these experimental intuitive works, I never would have painted this. This would not have come out of my thinking mind, but I really love it. I really love this sort of imaginative, woodsy area. So, okay, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up and comment and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.